Let me now bring on board Mr. S. Narsingh Rao, Chairman and Managing Director of India's largest coal company, which is Coal India. Mr. Rao, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Let me start the interview with something which is of immense market curiosity. We understand that Coal India is considering a price hike. Can you quantify the size or the quantum for us?
No, immediately we are considering only with respect to one of the subsidiaries, that is the WCL, Western Coalfields. I think soon we should be revising that price, because what happened is in the month of January when we migrated to the GCV, the WCL earlier price has come down on account of this rationalizing. So that has resulted in some financial loss. So we are effecting a revision, maybe in the just next couple of days it will be effective.
Mr. Rao, what would be the quantum of the hike?
That could be, the WCL thing could be in the range of around 17-18%.
And as percentage of your total revenue, percentage of your total sale, how much is coming from the WSL subsidiary?
WCL produces, let's say, about 45, that's about 11%, close to 11%.
So it's only, so the price hike will be only effective for 10% of the total produced, for remaining 90%, no price hike is being considered?
Not at this stage, yes.
When you say not at this stage, would you like to quantify on that? I mean, how soon would you revisit a price hike?
We'll review after the first quarter performance, and also how much coal offtake will be there, growth will be there. Based on that, we'll take a call after the first quarter.
Mr. Rao, you've set a production target for over 600 million tons for the next 5 years for yourself. Are you expecting any environmental forest approvals for mining in the near term?
Yeah, we do. There are various projects are at various stages, but just for your information, if I may say, even we have, as we speak, we have environmental clearance for over 600 million tons as it is, but it's a different thing. All the projects which have environmental clearance, some of them do have some problems, but we'll be getting more clearances in the days to come. But 615 is our target for the 12th five-year plan, terminal year.
And for FY13, what's the target for coal production?
465.
Why is your production estimate or production guidance for FY13 not a strong number? I mean, what you produced for FY12 was 435 million ton. You guided for 468.
65, yeah. 465. Yes.
That's not much. That's a difference of 4 or 5%.
No, 30. It's over 6%. No, 30 million tons incremental.
Right. So, Mr. Rao, 6% is not much. The country needs coal. You have coal mines. What is stopping you from increasing the production?
I agree. Last year, don't forget, last year we grew at 1%. That's no reason why we should not grow much higher. But there are certain constraints in the short term. Coal mining, typically mines to be brought under production takes 4 to 5 years. We are focusing on that. But I can assure you this, if we achieve this over 6%, 6.3, 6.4 target, what we have set, possibly in the last 4-5 years, it hardly happened.
Mr. Rao, there are news reports which suggest that Coal India has only given a supply assurance of 60% of the coal for power companies. Do you plan to import the difference or supply shortage?
Yeah, you see, for this year's our production program, vis-a-vis the demand, that is whatever, all these FSA background which you are aware, there is a shortfall of over 40 million tons. Now that would be, for the old FSAs, we'll be able to give at 90% of the target, but whereas the new FSAs, though government has instructed us to give 80%, our ability today at our most optimistic scenario is about 65%. So I'm coming back to your queries about the import. We have the option open, but if the consumer would like to have us import, then possibly we have to import, because that's our contractual obligation.
So what is the exact update on FSA? How many companies have signed the FSA? How many companies have refused to sign the FSAs? And how many companies do you think you're confident that they will be signing in the FSA soon?
Yeah, I can give you the number, but there's also different dimensions to that. See, there are 49 thermal power stations which are eligible to sign which rather were commissioned as on 31st March, which should be signing the FSAs. Against 49, I think 15 or 16 have signed the FSAs. Now, there are two riders to that. One, of course, the basic precedent required for them to sign is they should have signed a PPA with a DISCOM. I'm not aware, Coal India is not particularly aware how many of the balanced people have the PPAs with the DISCOMs signed or not. Certainly public sector utilities would have signed, but I'm talking about the private guys. The second, no, you see, some of them were also commissioned last year, even last before. They are getting coal. You know, it's not a case that if they have not signed FSA, if they are otherwise commissioned, they are not getting coal. You know, last year 36 million tons we have supplied to them, what we call under the MOU route, pending the FSA approval. Ultimately, whether the FSA or MOU, immediate operational requirement is that the coal should be available to them.
Mr. Rao, has NTPC finally signed the FSA? Because they had some issues earlier.
Yes, NTPC has not yet signed, DVC has not yet signed. These two are the major central utilities. And of the public sector utilities, I think only Rajasthan utility, whatever is that name called, Rajasthan State Power Generating Company has signed, I think, 2 FSAs. Other state utilities also have not yet signed. But as I said, they are getting, those who are ready already are getting coal from us.
What is the issue with NTPC? Why is that they are still not okay with signing the FSA?
Well, you have seen that they have some reservations about these modified FSA conditions like, penalty or the force majeure conditions which we have incorporated. They are possibly expecting that there will be some tweaking of that so that they will become comfortable in signing. But anyway, it's the Power Ministry has taken up with the Coal Ministry. We have also given our comments to the Coal Ministry. Now there's some discussion going on there. Let's see.
Mr. Rao, state governments, they don't have a strong fiscal health. The fact that you've signed a couple of FSAs with state government which are virtually bankrupt, how will you protect your risk of payment?
As of now, generally, whatever be the financial fiscal problems the respective states are facing, as on today, as I can tell you, except West Bengal, yes, there is some pending payments, substantial pending payments, to some extent Jharkhand, but by and large, all other state governments have been very prompt in paying. I don't expect that to be a major problem. Yes, 1 or 2 states not paid promptly in the last 3-4 months.
So the states which are not paying, are you still supplying coal to them?
Yes. See, they are a public sector company, so we have to resolve across the table rather than resorting to the arm twisting. But if it is really required, then maybe that option is always there. But I don't think that we need to take recourse to that.
Mr. Rao, you are a zero debt company. You have a cash pile of about $10 billion plus. I don't think you have any big global or local acquisition plans also. What is stopping you from giving a dividend? Government needs money. Your shareholders, they want dividend. You have cash and no plans to utilize it.
Yes, this fiscal, just concluded fiscal, as you know, we have given 100%, that is 6,400 crores dividend we have paid. Now that option is there. If the shareholders want, possibly we can always consider. There is no reason why we cannot give more dividend. Yes.
Who takes the decision of dividend, the government or the management of Coal India?
No, the decision is of the management, but ultimately the shareholders, the 90% shareholder being Government of India, when they ask for it, certainly we can consider that.
So if you gave 100% dividend last year, should I expect at least 200% dividend this year?
No, I don't want to preempt my board decision at this stage. Still a long way to go.
Right. Mr. Rao, one final figure before we thank you. What's the total import quantity expected this year?
For country as a whole?
For you.
For us, as I said, no, our shortfall according to our obligation is about 40 million tons. That is equivalent of around 30 million tons of import equivalent, because our coal is of poorer quality. Whether how many of the FSA holders, all the utilities would like us to import, how many of them will directly import is a question at this stage I am not able to answer. But an upper limit of 30 million ton, but I don't think we will really go that level at all.